Welcome to Blood in the Snow Radio, where we give you the latest news and interviews with the best in Canadian genre cinema. Here are your hosts, Robert Bellamy and Festival Director Kelly Michael Stewart.
We are back on Bits Radio with our development lab, and I'd love to introduce two new people, if you could.
I'm Sonya Chwyl.
And I'm Anik. And we are the writer-directors of Slip, and we are also in the Bits lab for our project To Bruise the Heel.
Excellent. So Slip, that is one that's playing the festival this year?
Yes, it's playing on Thursday.
In the Funny Frights block.
Slip.
Yeah. Do you want a summary? It's about a woman who gets evicted and then stumbles into a situation that works to her advantage. Bless you.
Yeah, bless you, of course. Excellent. Because I got to watch, like, press-wise, all the shorts.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember that. The name sounds familiar, and I can see the poster, but... and you're being just vague enough that...
It's the one with the blood.
I feel it's a horse.
That does not...
I feel like most of
Blood in the Snow. That does not narrow it down. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's the... Can we spoil it? Can we spoil it?
I don't know.
Is that allowed?
Maybe we'll do some more questions.
Okay.
That way we don't spoil it for anybody who has not seen it.
Ah, smart.
Yes. But yeah, let's more talk about the lab, because this is so interesting. You have an idea that you're actually pitching.
Yes, we pitched yesterday, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So that was very exciting.
What's the thought? What's the whole project idea?
So it's a feature film about a woman, poor farmer's wife in 1940s Quebec, who, following a miscarriage, begins to give birth to rabbits. And her sister, Henriette, who investigates the reason behind that happening and gets kind of drawn into this maybe supernatural, maybe not mystery.
I'm thinking very heavily supernatural. Women don't usually give birth to rabbits.
You would think, however,
Right?
this was actually inspired by a true story.
Wait,
so,
what?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Right. So, this happened 17th century. There was a woman who claimed to have given birth to rabbits, and there was a whole investigation about it. So, you'd be surprised.
Oh,
Her name
dang.
was Mary Toft, and on the surface level, it's kind of gone down in history as one of these like quirky, weird, wacky historical tales. And because eventually she did confess to it being a hoax. But when you kind of look a little deeper at the logistics of everything that she was doing and what was actually happening, it gets really dark. And she got really sick and almost died. And there was a lot of she was surrounded by doctors basically examining her and interrogating her and trying to make her confess. So it's like, I think right now is a good time to be re-examining those kind of historical tales that get written off as just a little sidebar. And that's kind of what inspired us to take it to a dark place of like horror and bodily autonomy and agency is the core of it, I think.
That is so cool. It's always fun when you draw on history.
Yeah.
And then make it your own with the twist. I'm very intrigued. How have things been going? Was the pitch received well? Like,
yeah,
I think so.
We were told they liked the pitch. We got some really good feedback. I think that's been, for me at least, some of the stuff I'm really enjoying about this lab is we're so, like, we've never done a feature before. We've done some shorts together, but we've kind of gone into this with a very open mind because we're just learning so much, and we've gotten like so much good feedback.
well, and that's every film you do is a learning opportunity.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
never stop.
Well, it's like we didn't go to film school or anything like that. So these kind of programs feels like a condensed film course. And then every short film we do feels like a semester of film school, basically. That's how we kind of think of it in terms of investing money and time. It's like...
Oh, yeah. You're in the middle of shoot going, oh, that's what that's for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I completely understand.
Yeah, and also, like, it's nice to be here and feeling at a place where we can be open about the fact that we're still learning. Whereas I think when we first started out, we were like, no, I know what a C stand is, for sure. Like, you don't want to pretend.
It's the one after the B stand.
Yeah, obviously. You want to make everybody seem like you know what you're doing. But then, of course, everybody knows that you don't.
Yeah. But that's the fun part of filming is because it's the passion, like a lot gets lost on the business side and the academy side. So it's nice to see people that are in it because they want to do it, because so many people are just on the other side of the fence. Oh, this is a quick money grab. And it's like, oh no. If you're an independent film, you know that is not a quick money grab.
Oh my God.
Well,
Yeah.
not for you. For everybody else you're paying, yes.
Yeah.
Well, we were just talking about that, about how there's such like creative folks. There's such this inherent drive to work on these projects that are really like indie filmmaking is an uphill
And
battle
it's
all
like,
the way.
Why do we have like this compulsion to? Why is film so alluring? I don't know, but it feels that way. It's like there's a real drive in people to take those stories, or just like, see my story.
Well, yeah, it's like handing someone a brick and saying, here, keep hitting yourself in the head, and this will be fun, because that's filmmaking. But in the end, you're right, it is so gratifying to be able to see a project you've completed.
Yeah, and the lab, honestly, I was saying this earlier too, like, it's been really positive, and I think in these kind of spaces, especially with so much focus on industry, I tend to get demoralized sometimes, and it can be that way, and people sometimes are negative about, just not negative, but like just realistic, I guess, about how difficult it can be. But this has been a really positive program, and that is impressive to me.
This is like this film festival has got such a networking ability. Like when you meet people here, you tend to meet them for a long time. It's not just a weekend and then you're gone. You'll be calling on half of these people in the next couple of months.
And that's what, like, one of the big takeaways we've had too is like the panelists who have spoken and the people we've met. It's always just kind of just talk to us, just email us, just ask us a question as a human being, like connect on that level, and don't. And there's often things that, they say like, well, we can find a way to help or support, even if it's not like a way that we're listing on our website. Like it's, there's ways of things.
Yeah, I think as newbie filmmakers, it can be really daunting to imagine approaching people because you have this idea in your head, right, that they're so established and all this stuff, which they are, but you think that they're going to, not want to open those doors and hand out those connections. And then, you talk to people and you realize that everybody's really welcoming and really aware of the fact that you are starting out and you are brand new, and they're just really willing to, like, give you that step up and talk to you and, give you that knowledge, which is really great, and we're really thankful for that.
Yeah, it's been really cool opportunity.
Nice. So let's talk the things you've done in the past. We'll start with Slip for a second.
Yeah.
What gave you the idea for that film? Because to me, that's always the interesting part. That kernel that says, like rabbits. This lady gives birth to rabbits. That's a great start.
Well, one's pretty, like, I don't know if autobiographical is the right word, because it's not exactly, but the crux of it is just how difficult it is to be a renter. I think we're from Victoria, and people in Toronto, I'm sure, can absolutely relate. I think it's like a Canada-wide / honestly worldwide issue right now. And we're certainly not the only people to make a horror film about renting either. I think we got rejected from one festival because they said, sorry, we just have too many short horror films about the housing crisis this year. And we're like, okay, that's fair.
That's a sign.
Yeah.
That's a sign.
Yeah. But so that was basically it. Just our experience with shitty. Can I say? I can swear, right?
Well, you just did.
Okay. With shitty landlords. Yeah. I think you had some personal, like, landlord story.
For me it was personal. I have this, I want to say 4 foot by 4 foot hole in my ceiling that got cut out because there was a leak, and instead of ever patching it up, they just stuck a piece of plywood on there. It's been there for 2 years.
Love it.
Yes.
My apartment's big and it's cheap, so I'm not going to move out.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, that's one of those balancing acts.
Yeah.
Exactly. And they may be balancing it too. They know you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Fix it later.
But it really begs the question. I'm like, what else would I do to keep this apartment? How far would I go? And
that's basically the film. So how much do you compromise to keep your shitty basement suite that has decent price rent?
I can appreciate that. Now, you mentioned there's a couple films. So what did you do before that?
Before that, so our first short film together was called Baby Teeth. Not the feature film. that was Australian that came out the same year, weirdly, but a short film with totally different subject matter. And that was about a woman who, after her mother passes away, fulfills her mother's dying wish of just burying her body in the woods, basically, kind of off the grid. And yeah.
We did Carissima, which was Run and Gun.
Yeah.
That was, I'm not really sure how to explain Carissima.
It was about a guy on a boat who lends the boat out to weird people.
Yeah, sure, that works.
It was like, we were like 48 hours. We have a boat and some actors. What do we do? Yeah.
Okay, we'll wrap this up.
Oh, sorry.
Quick. No, go ahead.
Oh, and then we did a one take Super 8 film also recently, which was a lot of fun about our friends with cystic fibrosis.
Oh, excellent. Mm-hmm. So it sounds like the one of them was one of the challenges. Have you done those, the 48-hour challenges?
Yeah,
that was
Carissima,
the
boat
yeah.
one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are fun and nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as first-time filmmakers, because it sounds like this was early, how did you guys do? Like,
We did
you
good.
still have all your hair. That's impressive.
Yeah.
We did good. It actually won our regional section, and then we ended up showing here, right?
Not at Bits, but in Toronto.
In Toronto.
I think it was Canada's 48-hour film festival or something like that, and it was in 2021. And so from Victoria, they sent 2 of the films submissions to the finalist screening, and so ours was one of those. That was really fun.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. And
Thanks.
Congratulations on getting Slip In as well.
Thank you.
And good luck in the festival.
Thanks.
Thank you so
Or
much.
the development lab. Oh my gosh. Too many words.
Both work.
But thank you so much for sitting down and chatting.
Thank you for having
Thanks
us.
for having us.
Join us next time for Blood in the Snow Radio. Bits Radio is a production of Three Evil Cats Productions in association with the Blood in the Snow Canadian Film Festival. For more information and to listen to other episodes, visit bloodinthesnow.ca and tweet us at BitsFilmFest. Music by Jen Gorman, produced and edited by Kelly Michael Stewart. I am Eduardo Correa Lima.